Hey everyone, I've been testing out the Khadas Mind 2 mini PC for the past few weeks, and honestly, it's one of those devices that makes you wonder why we settle for clunky, underpowered mini PCs when something this sleek and powerful exists. I mean, most of the cheap mini PCs out there are basically just repurposed laptop internals stuffed into a tiny box, slow, overheating, and frustrating to upgrade. But this thing, it's like someone took a full desktop's performance, shrunk it down to the size of a paperback, and made it actually usable. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about how small and light this thing is. Weighing just 435 grams and only 2 centimeters thick, it's basically the size of a hardcover book. I've taken it with me on trips, stuffed it in my backpack, and even used it as a travel desktop when I was staying in a hotel with no real workspace. Most mini PCs are either too bulky or too weak, but this one fits in your palm and still packs a punch. The build quality is solid too, no cheap plastic flecks or rattling parts. It feels premium, which is something you don't often say about mini PCs. Now, the performance is where this thing really shines. It's got the Intel Core Ultra 7155H inside, which is a 16-core, 22-thread beast that can boost up to 4.8 GHz. I've used it for everything from video editing in Premiere Pro to running multiple virtual machines for work, and it handles everything without breaking a sweat. The 64 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 2 TB SSD mean you're not waiting around for anything to load. Even with a dozen Chrome tabs open, a few heavy apps running, and a game in the background, it stays smooth. The ARC graphics are no slouch either. You can actually play some lighter games at 1080p, and it handles 4K and 8K video playback like it's nothing. If you've ever tried watching 8K videos on a weak mini PC, you know how painful it can be with stuttering and dropped frames. This thing just plays them flawlessly. One of the features that surprised me the most is the Thunderbolt 4 and USB 4 support. I've been able to connect multiple 4K monitors, external SSDs, and even a high-speed capture card without any issues. Most mini PCs skimp on ports or use slower USB 3.2, but this one has the latest connectivity. I've also been using the M.2 2230 SSD expansion slot to add more storage, which is a game changer if you're someone who runs out of space quickly. Swapping out the SSD takes just a few minutes, and it's a huge upgrade over soldered storage in most mini PCs. Another cool little feature is the built-in 5.55 Wh battery. It's not going to power this thing for hours like a laptop, but it's enough to keep it running during a short power outage or let you unplug it for a few minutes without shutting down. I've used it to quickly move the PC from one room to another without losing my work. It's a small detail, but it's the kind of thing that makes a difference in day-to-day use. The I/O is also top-notch. You've got HDMI 2.1, USB-A, USB-C, a headphone jack, and even a microSD card reader. I've connected everything from my mechanical keyboard to my VR headset without needing a single dongle. The Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 are fast and reliable, so streaming or gaming online isn't an issue. I've even used it as a media center hooked up to my TV, and it handles everything from Netflix to local 4K files with ease. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The biggest one is the price. This isn't a budget mini PC, it's a premium device, so it's going to cost you more than your average mini PC. If you're just looking for something to run a web browser and light tasks, you might be better off with something cheaper. Also, while the built-in battery is handy, it's not going to last long, so don't expect to use this as a full laptop replacement. You'll still need to plug it in most of the time. Overall, though, the Khadas Mind 2 mini PC is a fantastic device if you need serious performance in a tiny package. It's perfect for creators, remote workers, or anyone who wants a powerful desktop without taking up a ton of space. The build quality, performance, and features are all top-notch, and it's one of the few mini PCs that actually feels like a premium product. If you're in the market for a mini PC that can actually keep up with your workload, this is the one to get. Check out the link below if you want to see more details or make a purchase. I've had a great experience with it, and I think you will too.